in 1884 at a site in Madhya Pradesh. It is an important inscription for historians to know about the historical events of the Gupta era. This inscription gives us historical details about the period of Yashodharman and Kumar Gupta. Month Saur inscription of Kumar Gupta written by Vatsabhatta praises the sun god and asks for his blessings. It mentions that a guild of silk weavers migrated from Lata to Daspura. Sourashtra refers to a community of people who had their original homes in ancient Gujarat region and presently settled almost in all major towns of Tamil Nadu and are concentrated more in Madurai, which is considered as their cultural headquarters, but have also settled in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. The origin of the name Sourashtra dates back to the time when the ancestors of these people inhabited the kingdom of Sourashtra. Sourashtra is a geographic region situated in a semicircular area located north of the Arabian Sea. Sourashtra was one of the 56 kingdoms of ancient India mentioned in the traditional accounts and also in the ancient epic Mahabharata. The Periplus logbook, which describes navigation and trading opportunities from Roman Egyptian ports, calls this region sourashtrian. Oral tradition says Sourashtra means good country and also refers to 100 nations, but as per one school of thought, Saura is a Prakrit term, which means the flame of the sun. The people worshipping the sun are called Sourashtrians. The speakers of the Sourashtra language were once sun worshippers and built a temple dedicated to the sun god in Daspura, as mentioned in the Mandasaur inscription of Kumar Gupta. Sourashtra forms an area that housed the regions of the Indus Valley civilization and Harappan sites. Around 50 Harappan sites are found in the Sourashtra region. This makes it an important territory that reveals the history of ancient India. It is said to have had trade contracts with Sama and the Persian Gulf in about 750 BC. The ancient Greek and Roman classics refer to the names of many ports in Sourashtra, like Baryagaza, which was renowned for its trade during that period. Maritime trade also flourished during the rule of Kshatrapa and the Gupta kings. This area was the gateway of maritime commerce, leading to the North Indian plains and ancient central India as far as Patliputra. The Mauryans also promoted trade and helped in the spread of their culture. Arab merchant Suleiman, in his book, mentions the Jurs kingdom. The Tamil epic Manimekkali mentions a temple that belongs to this region. Modern Gujarati is the combination of Maru Gurjari and Prakrit Apabhramsha, which derive from the Shorseni language of the Yadvas who migrated to Sourashtra region. Over the years, each language became more distinct with the arrival of new people. Sourashtra language is an offshoot of Sauraseni Prakrit and is influenced by loan words from Persia, the Arabs, Sindh and Kucha. At present, Sourashtra is not spoken in the Sourashtra region. People of this region who migrated to southern India many centuries ago and settled in Tamil Nadu and parts of Andhra Pradesh still preserve and speak the Sourashtra language. The language has its own script of the same name but is also written in the Tamil, Telugu and Devanagari scripts. Sourashtra script began development towards the latter part of the 19th century. The Sourashtra language of South India is a hybrid of Gujarati, Marathi and Tamil. The letter order of the Sourashtra script is similar to other Brahmic scripts. The letters are vowels, consonants and compound letters, which are formed essentially by adding a vowel sound to a consonant. For writing Saurashtram in other scripts, we require a symbol to denote the sound of half yakra, which is peculiar to the Sourashtrian language. Sourashtra script was added to Unicode and supports both traditional and modern Sourashtra orthographies. The Bhagavad Gita and Tirukkural were translated into Sourashtra. It is now a literary language. Sahitya Akademi, an Indian organization dedicated to the promotion of literature, has recognized this Sourashtra language by conferring Bhasha Samman awards to Sourashtra scholars. Silk fabric is called Pak in East India, Pattu in South India, and Resham in North India. Traders introduced Chinese silk to India, mainly from Samarkand and Bukhara, and it gained immense popularity among the royalty and aristocracy. Jambar as well as brocade weaving centers in India developed in holy cities and trade centers because of the demand for expensive fabrics by the royal families and temples. The ancient centers were situated mainly in South India, Malwa and Gujarat. River Tapti is one such path carrying significant meaning to the history of silk as it witnessed movement of threads, gold and silver alike, its relevance being established in Surat and massively contributing to the textile industry of silks. The unstitched cloth draped around a woman's body that we now term the sari remains a constant and unchanged affair from ancient times. The word sari is a distortion of the Prakrit term sadhya, meaning a cloth strip. An ancient industry, cotton, silk, and natural dyes, along with the patterning and designing, have been the backbone of our textiles. The Saurashtra community sold silk garments, which they were experts at manufacturing. Dominating the silk trading community, they even set up their own silk weaving guilds. Bandhani is a Saurashtra technique of tie and dye that involves two stages. With the use of blocks dipped in geru, a red mud color. The cloth is then pinched with the left hand, one knot follows another, using the same thread. But nobody knows how the name changed to Sungudi from Bandhani. Sungudi is a Saurashtra term derived from the word sanam, meaning round, denoting the circular dots that are the hallmark of these saris. 16th century Nayaks of Madurai, who represent the Vijayanagara Empire, has patterned the Sungudi sari, and the Saurashtrian community weaves saris for the royals of the Nayak dynasty. The Madurai Saurashtra Sungudi was adorned with a GI tag, thereby establishing its uniqueness. Saurashtra's artisans carried the age-old technique of resist dyeing and weaving methods from their ancestors. This tradition followed for several hundred years and was passed on from one generation to another. Sourashtrians' oral tradition says that they migrated with the fall of Somnath temple when Ghazni Muhammad invaded Gujarat. It is said they lived for about 2 centuries in Devgiri and later moved to the Vijayanagar Empire at the invitation of the kings. The Mandsaur inscriptions mention the migration of a guild of silk weavers from Lata to Daspura. Probably the first of many that they have made during their varied history. Emperor Kumaragupta, knowing the wealth which could come to a state from the business and trade of these Saurashtras, invited them to come to Daspura. They gladly accepted the invitation and protection of the Gupta's kingdom, remaining there for several centuries and adding greatly to the wealth of the state. Invasion of the sultans induced the weavers to find asylum in Devgiri kingdom, the Yadvas of Devgiri. After the fall of the Yadvas, despairing of finding adequate protection in central India, the Sourashtrians came farther south, settling in the Vijayanagar kingdom. During the latter half of the 16th century, Thirumala Nayaka sent an invitation to the weavers at Vijayanagar kingdom to come and settle in Madurai. They accepted the invitation and began to settle in the southern city early in the 17th century as a colony of silk weavers. Later, Hyder Ali invited some families from Tanjavur to settle in Srirangapatna in Karnataka. They are called as Jamkanadavaru. Similarly, some families went to Andhra Pradesh. The Tamil name by which these people are known in southern India is Pattu Nulkarar, that is, silk thread weavers who speak Pattu Nuli, a dialect of ancient Gujarati. Sourashtrians are colloquially called Palkar among themselves. The Sourashtras brought a weaving industry into South India, which, over time, has converted Madurai into one of the world's greatest weaving centers. Madurai is the most important weaving center in southern India and is almost exclusively a Sourashtra industry. The southern Sourashtrians have preserved very strongly their original linguistic traditions. Their pride in being Sourashtrians and their insistence on being called Sourashtrians are very strong.